So let's say we have start game. We have read your blueprints. We have look at picture. We have helmet. We have clown.
Clown.
We have thinking, and let's just leave.
This is okay.
Leave.
This is the model they used in Friday Night Funkin'. This version
yeah.
of them.
Anyways, let's begin the game proper.
Okay. Welcome to Riddle School 4.
Oh, this might actually be more than a minute.
Oh.
Analyzing system.
This will come in. This will be relevant later.
Analysis process complete. Welcome to Riddle School 4.
Oh.
So click on everything to make this as long as possible, I guess.
Well, just click on whatever.
Oh.
I'm so big.
You can tell.
So let's see who we have here.
Diz.
Oh, it doesn't matter, yeah, does it? You can click. It doesn't matter what you click on.
Matter what you click.
Oh.
This is always going to happen.
They just put the "You are dead."
Phil's teacher, Mr. Munch, was the original architect of Riddle University.
Ah, this is Munch.
The school was built above a long pit of lava that he himself dug near an active underwater volcano. His plan to murder Phil Eggtree, to forever rid him of this world, succeeded.
Why?
And no one cared.
Maybe.
Every other student of Riddle University eventually died from car wrecks, old age, and unforeseen disaster.
Wow.
Each one on their deathbed whispered their final wish. Please don't let there be any more Riddle School games.
Well,
okay.
That's wrong, because there's about 3 more.
Anthony.
Yeah.
Since you're the Riddle School expert here, could you please explain what the fuck happened here?
Okay. So strap in, folks. This is gonna be quite a story. So originally, John Crow, the creator of this series, was starting to lose motivation to continue it, and since fans were begging for a Riddle School 4, he just decided to put this out as an April Fool's joke. Now, this is both simultaneously canon and non-canon. What do I mean by this?
It'll be explained in the next game.
Yes. It's actually explained in the next game how the heck he sequel baited out of this one.
And how he made it both canon and non-canon at the same time. Which should be kind of pretty obvious. Just as every book is
starting to finish, a series must have a beginning and an end. I deliberately sucked all the room for another sequel out of this series so that it too may end. Apparently he didn't do it well enough.
Yeah, I take it the fans weren't too happy with him doing this.
I mean, it's a cop-out. You unlocked real fun facts, special features now available in the menu. You didn't die quick enough. Come on.
Nah, he died quick enough.
Special features. What happened to all the characters?
Oh, it just tells. I guess we could read these.
Okay, so we have a "Where are they now?" Brad didn't really like school, but he thought it was wise to stay in school anyways and make the best grades he could while not doing very much. He grew up and took many occupations such as music conductor, substitute teacher, and abstract artist. One day he fell asleep, face first in a vat of paint. You can guess what happened next.
Okay.
Smiley had a good life. She grew up with perfect 100s in every one of her classes and had a long-lasting career in biomedical sciences. She got married to the perfect man who just so happened to have a smiley face for a head, just like her. They spent the rest of their days together, living happily in a treehouse in a beautiful forest.
Wow.
All right, Grant, you read the next one.
Zach was so determined not to be cold anywhere that he bought a plane ticket to the tropics midway into his first year of college. Right above a volcanic island, the plane ran into a bad bit of turbulence, and Zack ended up crashing through a window. He fell into the erupting volcano and froze to death.
Richie dropped out of high school, wishing he hadn't paid so much attention to collecting stuff. He was mugged in a dark alley and woke up trapped in a smelly dumpster. Nobody ever found him.
What the frick?
5 sold t-shirts online for a living. Talent was eventually realized by a big graphic design company. He made the mistake of asking for a slightly large sum of money, and the company ripped him off and sued him. 5 was put in jail for the next 5 years, and not once for the rest of his life did he have enough money to sue them back.
Damn.
How much you want to bet? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know when. I don't know if this game released in 2005 or whatever. Wouldn't it be funny if he died on what's the 5th month again?
May?
Yeah.
If he died on May 5th, 2005 at 5 o'clock. No, at 5:55.
808. Oh, this is the janitor, I think.
Yeah, that's you, right?
Wait,
Grant.
it's Five's dad. Wow, Five's dad. He insisted on being a janitor.
This game was released in 2010.
Okay. But yeah, go ahead.
At Riddle Elementary School because he loved to clean so much until his son was unfairly sued by a big t-shirt designing company. He realized he would need a better paying job and ended up being a garbage boy in France. He was having so much fun that he forgot his son existed.
That's fucked up.
That's so fricked up.
Janitor in middle school too. The janitor was locked in his own closet in Riddle Middle School one day, not long before the school closed down, and he was replaced with a new one. He ate his mop, drank his dirty mop water, and nibbled on his hat as he was stuck in the darkness of the closet. The last sound he ever heard was the sound of a wrecking ball smashing the walls.
Jeez.
Basically, he died by way of wrecking ball. The janitor in Riddle School 3, he claimed he could hear a pipe problem a mile away, and that was in fact true. His uncanny ability to hear toilet clogs earned him a television show reputation as the perfect eared plumber. The show was canceled after 2 years because it was realized nobody had ears. Furious, the janitor leapt off a bridge.
Oh,
what the fuck?
That's fricked up.
I guess we could take turns reading them. What is that?
Mr. Calm.
Mr. Calm was never a very smart person. After the first Riddle School game, he learned about how small the percentage of drinkable water on the planet there was. He decided right then never to drink anything again. The end.
We can already tell how he died.
Yep.
Miss Coffee was never a very smart person. She told Mr. Calm that nearly all of the world's water was drinkable, but then she realized she only drank coffee and wasn't really sure how much straight-up water was drinkable. So she went to the beach because there was lots of water in the ocean, and she drank as much as she possibly could.
Oh yeah, salt water.
Idiot.
That's
fucking
salt
idiot.
water.
The end.
You're both idiots. Ms. Green once drank 99 cups of coffee. On the 100th cup, she died of caffeine overdose.
Oh my god.
Of course.
Teacher in Riddle School 1. He doesn't even have a name. The teacher was once screamed at a school student so loudly that the walls of the room she was in collapsed around her. Nobody knew what to put on her tombstone because nobody knew her name. Well,
okay, Sindel.
Oh my god.
Mr. Oboe. Mr. Oboe was getting ready to sit down one night at a school play about knights and horses. He was told before the show to hold a sword, which was one of the props. It wasn't a real sword, but ironically, he still died from it because the sword was made of allergy medicine, and Mr. Oboe was horribly allergic to that. You are a weak motherfucker.
Greg's sleep was asleep for 18 of the first 20 years of his life. One day he woke up and realized how much he aged, and after panicking, decided to move on. He got a driver's license and was on his way to the grocery store when he had a fatal wreck sleeping at the wheel.
How did he not die from, like, starvation from sleeping?
I don't know.
Miss Sleep. Oh, she once got married and had a son named Greg. Eventually, she died sleepwalking off a cliff.
Mr. Sum. Mr. Sum was a math teacher for his entire life. He was gardening on the roof of a building and was suddenly mugged by a bear who ate him 30 minutes later.
What the? I'm assuming all this. I'm assuming all this is non-canon. What happened to these guys?
This is non-canon. All of this.
What? I wonder what happened to Mr. Soggy.
Go ahead, Anthony.
Mr. Soggy simply couldn't find his glasses, so he was on his way to get new glasses and got in a fatal car wreck because he couldn't see.
God dang,
Why are you driving? Why didn't you just walk there or have someone take you? Mr. Reed. Mr. Reed was reading a comic book in Riddle High School library. He was reading the words, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me." When he got a nasty paper cut, he lost every inch of blood in his body. What the f... How is that possible?
Newgrounds. It's Newgrounds.
Oh my gosh. Mrs. Flask. Mrs. Flask invented a flying chair and discovered there's no air in space.
Wow.
This world is filled with idiots.
Remember, the teachers are stupider than the frickin' kids.
Monkey hater Miss Count was bored at her home and decided to look for games on the internet. Found a game called Riddle School 3, which she proceeded to beat twice in a row. Not long after, she was put in an insane asylum, whispering wildly something about a monkey doll curse.
Basically,
You were warned. You were warned.
Something I will put in the comments of whatever video this
this will be
based on.
Miss Oliver was very tired of people taking one look at her and thinking she was a guy. I did that. I did that.
That was horrible.
I did that. So she went berserk and set fire to all the shoe stores. She stole
To a shoe store.
To a shoe store. She stole a small boat and sailed away from all the civilization, never to be seen again. I totally thought she was a guy.
Look at that. Favorite thing, making others smile. Least favorite thing, being called a guy.
I even gave her the deep freaking voice. Oh my god.
Mrs. Moose. Mrs. Moose was at a bank, and a bank robbery suddenly took place. The robber told her to get down on the ground. She said the ground was awfully dirty and it wouldn't be good for her new dress. She was shot multiple times and her dress was ruined.
Oh my god.
Oops. Mr. Question, former principal of Riddle Elementary School, was put in prison for life because he physically beat a student's head in.
Gosh!
Oh.
Damn!
Oh. What the?
I'm sorry. His favorite thing is getting in fights, and his least favorite thing... And this is supposed to be a principal?
What is he, Aaron Ryan?
What? You got cheeseburgers, those gloves back.
Mr. Counselor of Riddle Middle School was robbed of all his possessions unexpectedly several weeks after the event. Mr. noticed he didn't have a house. He died of starvation right after that because he also apparently didn't know he had no food.
This dude literally just saw Phil snag the key and said, I think he took the key.
Yeah, he's not really that bright.
No, he ain't.
Oh,
Mr. Potato discovered the magic of video games right before Riddle School 3. He did nothing but played video games long after Riddle School 3. He died happily right after beating a game called Riddle School 3. 6 feet under, he's still holding his favorite video game controller.
Wow.
That's going to be us in the future.
Oh my gosh. Joe.
Joe didn't make it to college. His grades were terrible. He thought to himself, I wonder what gasoline tastes like.
What the f...
His will stated that he wanted to be cremated after his death. What his friends know was that his stomach was still full of gasoline, and it doesn't mix too well with fire.
Oh my gosh.
His least favorite thing is not having toilet paper.
That's the kid from Riddle School 2.
Diz. Supposedly a foreign exchange student, yeah. Diz popped up into Riddle School a single time, and after that, it was like he would completely disappeared from existence.
Great.
Oh.
Chub Munch. Chub stopped eating right after Riddle School 4 for the rest of his life, simply because he got so big his cheeks covered up too much of his mouth for him to eat anything else. He lived an entire century after he stopped eating because of his metabolism. It is rumored Earth's most devastating earthquakes were caused by chubs struggling to move.
Oh my god.
In short, he's a fat fuck.
Yeah. Mrs. Munch loved to serve food, but she felt she served her son Chub too much, and she didn't know what to do. She discussed her internal struggle with her husband, Mr. Munch, and he said she should just give all of Chub's food to him.
Jeez.
She soon realized he was a terrible husband and divorced him, beating her son more than ever.
Maybe this wouldn't happen if Mr. Munch would stop eating those fucking tickets.
Speaking of
Mr.
Munch, Mr. Munch, devastated by his wife's decision of divorce, started devising a plan to take the life of every one of her friends and acquaintances. He realized he didn't know as much about his former wife as he thought he did, and the only person he could remember her talking to is a kid named Phil Eggtree. He killed Phil Eggtree later by
later died.
His favorite thing is murdering people.
Okay, so he died the same way that frickin' fat dude did, and frickin' did
and last but not least, Phil Eggtree. Phil only went to college because he figured it had to be better than elementary, middle, and high school. I mean, he's right.
Mm-hmm.
He went to the newly built Riddle University because it was local, it was cheap, and he didn't have any particular plans for the rest of his life, so it wouldn't matter what classes he took. At first, he thought this Riddle school was just like the other three he escaped from. Just when he considered trying to make his fourth escape, he found out it was completely different.
Falling in the lava pits. Wow, that's his least favorite thing.
Well, I'm pretty sure we wasted enough time going through the fucking where are they now?
Well,
what happened?
We stretched a 5-minute long game into a 17-minute video.
I think it might need to have its own episode.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. We actually managed to do it.
Well, I didn't say anything, but we made it work. We still need to find out what the fuck happened. Like, why did this happen? Well, we're doing School 5.
Should we do it now or next week?
Yes.
Quitting.
Oh, I need to end this episode anyway. So
I can't quit. I can't quit.
You press the X button.
Oh.
All right.
Okay, the episode.
While he's trying to quit, I'm gonna quit the video.